It's open season. Yes, as a sales professional, and for you as a recent graduate or somebody that's graduating from school, congratulations. Right now, you're trying to find your first sales job. Or perhaps you know someone else that, they're looking right now, trying to find that first sales gig. What are some things you can do to stand out from the competition, to stand out from everyone else that's trying to find a job right now? I'm going to give you 3 secret strategies. Shh, don't tell nobody about them. Actually, you should tell everybody about them. You're going to love it. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast here on TSC TV on YouTube. I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, I'm going to reveal 3 secrets that you can take advantage of, yes, as a sales professional. And listen, even if you're not in sales, or even if you're not trying to find your first sales job, you can still take these strategies and it can help you land a job. I'm going to share from what others have done to see success, and some other tips that I'll just give you straight up. And I'm going to dive right in them because I want you to make sure you take advantage of this. And speaking about first sales gig though, if you guys are interested in a new course to learn how to improve your sales skills, check out our sales mindset program. We have a new program launching on June 8th. Whenever you listen to this, we have another one coming up in the next couple of months anyways, every other month. So I want you to go ahead and check it out. It's the Sales Mindset Program. You can go to our website and find that. But here's some 3 things I want to give you, some 3 things. I'm going to give you exactly 3 things. The first one, it comes down to the recruiter. Figure out a way to become friends with the recruiters who are recruiting for the type of jobs that you're trying to get into. Tell you about that. Number 2, network. Your network is your net worth. And I'm going to give you some ideas of how you can make sure that you stand out from the pack when it comes towards that idea, even if you don't know the people, but you can utilize your network tremendously to help you. And I know that's not a huge secret. And I'm going to give you another way you can still utilize your network and to be creative. So the first one is recruiters. For every organization out there, they have recruiters or every industry, they have recruiters who are trying to do headhunting. They make money when they find people like you who are great for a position because they get a cut of your check, so to speak, or what the company is willing to pay. And in turn, the company doesn't have to go hunt down all of these people. So in your case, how can you find these recruiters? Well, you can do a couple things. One, just go to any of the recruiting websites out there and see what industry that they recruit for. So some industry might say they're technology based. Like we brought on one of our friends, and you're going to see his episode coming up, Dan Fantasia. And Dan focuses on tech sales people. So if I were you and I'm trying to get in touch with a tech company and to get into sales, I would go to Dan's company and try to become friends with those recruiters and find out what companies do they recruit for. You can also go on LinkedIn and just search for recruiters, and you'll see a bunch of recruiters that'll pop up. Just connect with them and find out what industry do they connect with. And even if you're not looking for a gig right now, it's good to maintain that relationship and be friends, because then they can come to you and tell you, here are some opportunities. But if in your case, if you're brand new to sales and you don't have anything, your LinkedIn is like nothing, you have no connection, listen, it's okay to connect with some of those recruiters. Go to the websites, do the Google search, and find out for some of those companies that are recruiting. And if you're for the industry, so again, if you're interested in medical sales, find out companies that recruit for medical sales. If you're in pharmaceutical sales, same idea. If you're in just tech sales in general, if you're in water product distribution, I don't even know that's an industry, that's one you can go and search for. Or even if you're just selling a service, like say, window washing service, there's a recruiter out there that's finding companies or finding individuals for something similar to that. The point is, what I would like for you to do is make sure that you start finding the recruiters. And if you could find them earlier on and start having that connection, you have a leg up, or you have an opportunity to get ahead of the game. And even if companies that they recruit for don't necessarily have positions open right now, again, you're ahead of the game. When something comes up, they'll say, you know what, I'm going to hit up that Mary. She is good. And I hope recruiters don't talk like that. It could probably be really, really old. And there's nothing wrong with really, really old recruiters, but I probably don't want somebody that's probably 90. They probably need to rest. So the point, though, is that you can find these recruiters and find someone that can build a relationship, you can build a relationship with, so that you can have an opportunity when you're ready, or even if you're ready right now, that they can potentially guide you to other people. Now, they may not necessarily have something open. They can tell you about other people because they're connected in the industry. Number 2 is the network. Your network is your net worth. And I want to tell you something straight up with this. You can go onto Facebook or you can go onto LinkedIn and just post, hey, I'm looking for my first gig. I really need some help. any recommendations. People will give you a buttload of recommendations. Take those recommendations and apply them. Some of them may be garbage, and that's okay. You can just put that back on the shelf. You may say some of my recommendations are not all that secretive or not that amazing. Well, take it and put it back on a shelf and use the ones that you feel would be great for you. But if you go on social media and post that you're looking for a new gig, that's going to be a great thing, especially if you're a new seller. If you're in a current position, it may not be conducive for you to go on social media and say you're looking for a new gig, because your boss might be like, why in the world is Chantel trying to find a new job when I got here working right here? That may not work out good for you. So what we want to make sure you do in situations like that, you probably don't want to go public. However, if you don't have a job and you're trying to find a job, then that might be a good avenue for you. If you do have a job and you're trying to find that, just go use your network. Go to a private DM message and message individuals. Say, hey, I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to look for a new gig right now, and I want to just pick your brains. I see that you're in the same type of space. How did you get involved in that space? I'm open to asking. I would love to ask you a few questions if you're open to answering them. That's a great opportunity right there, right? Using your network with the people that you currently have. And there's certain individuals that you know you're connected with. I know one of them right now. I'm giving a big shout out to Shauna Hosteller. She's like one of those connectors. She knows a lot of people who knows a lot of people. So if I'm looking for something, I can go to Shauna and say, hey, Shauna, or Google, Shauna, I'm trying to get connected with in this type of industry. She might know some, she will know someone and put me in connection with them. And that's another way for me to be able to continue to expand my network. So big shout out to Shauna. She is a realtor here in South Florida and is killing it in a good way, and amazing things that are going on. So big shout out to her and the Keller Williams team. So if your company, again, if you're falling in that category, you're trying to find the movers and shakers in your community, go to those individuals or in your network and tell them you're trying to find something, and more than likely they'll be able to position you to the right individuals. So that's number 2. People don't utilize the network anymore. They just go onto Indeed and they're just sitting there scrolling on Indeed and trying to find a gig, and all of a sudden they're saying nothing ain't there. Well, don't worry about that. Indeed is also a great platform. Monster, or wherever you go to find a job, those are great platforms. But I'm just telling you, use your network. People are willing to help you. And it's a crazy thing. If you just put, I need your help in a DM to someone, you'll see how they're more than likely to respond. And even if they don't know for a job right now, they can at least tell you about maybe some companies that are out there, or maybe they can be on the lookout for opportunities, and they'll come back to you. If you were to reach out to like 20 people in your network and you told them this, I promise you things are going to start surfacing and you find yourself landing opportunities. Number 3, this is not mine. I'm going to give a big shout out to Jacob. And Jacob came on my podcast. Jacob, he is one of the leaders that oversee a community called Sales for the Culture. And Jacob landed into the tech space, and he did it in an amazing way. Now, this is not exactly what he did, but this is a kind of the idea. Jacob went on to the company that he wanted to get into, this specific company. And then he was able to connect with individuals within that company. So this is on LinkedIn, right? So to give you an example, I want to get into Google as a client, or I'm looking at my phone. I shouldn't be looking at my phone, right? I should be focusing on you. But let's say I'm trying to go into Google and work for Google. What I will do then is, 1, go onto Google and find out if there are any recruiters on Google. First thing, become friends with them. Number 2, what department am I trying to get connected to? The sales department, or one of their business development departments. So then therefore, I would find everyone that has a sales role, and I would just hit them up. Hey, I wanted to ask you a few questions. I'm looking to find an opportunity of Google, and I wanted to see if you can give me some advice. You'll be amazed how specifically salespeople are willing to help other salespeople. So they will more than likely answer those DM messages on LinkedIn and say, yeah, sure, I'd love to connect, and I'd be more than willing to give you some advice on what you can look for, how you can go about landing your gig here. But that's a great way. And imagine if you were to do this and then someone was able to become an ally for you and say, hey, yeah, this person is like this is the person that you want to get connected to. This is the hiring manager. You want to go and connect with them. That person now becomes like your advocate and becomes a liaison for you. Now, imagine if you were to create a video, and Jacob did something to this nature. He created a video, sent this video to these individuals, and they then shared it with the hiring manager. Or you can take that and send it directly to the hiring manager. Use a tool like BombBomb. Big shout out to my friends at BombBomb. But send this video to this hiring manager now on LinkedIn or on and via email. And then you have your allies, these people you connected with, also send a personal message or a testimony. You said, hey, I connected with this kid on LinkedIn. I think he'll be great. He's looking to land a first gig. Worst case scenario is a great person we can look at for the future. I'm going to introduce you. So now you have your recruiter who's also doing stuff for you. You applied on the website, let's say you did, and then also you have your allies, these people that you connected with on LinkedIn who worked in the company, who knows the hiring manager, and put your stuff in. Come on, tell me you're not going to land that gig. If you ain't landing that, it's because something ain't right. You ain't supposed to be there. But that's some of those strategies. 3 simple strategies. They're secret strategies, so don't go tell the world. I'm serious. No, seriously, you should tell the world. But these are 3 simple secret strategies that are not so secret that you could take advantage of and help others. I'm going to repeat them. Help you and help others. First one, become friends with recruiters. Number 2, your network. Use your network. And then number 3, use your network and also be creative and do the idea that Jacob did. Go ahead and go deep within that company, get connected with a bunch of people, have them be your allies to help you get connected to the hiring manager. Try this and let me know what kind of success you see. I'm sure you're going to find some great success. I do this because I want to help you. Seriously, I've been there, and I know that feeling when you're trying to land your first gig, where you're trying to close a sale and you're just not getting where you need to be. I know it, and I want you to succeed. I want you to find more of those ideal customers. I want you to know what to say when you reach out to them. I want you to be able to close more deals. I want you to be able to land your first gig or find that great job. And most importantly, I want you to raise the level of thinking, because you are worth it. You can do great things. I want you to go out each and every single day and do big things. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video today. If you enjoyed the content, I ask you to go ahead and hit that like button, that thumbs up at the bottom right-hand corner. Also, to make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. This way, we'll keep you up to date with all the latest sales strategies, latest tools, and things that are going to help you to not only find more prospects, but to close more deals. Thanks so much.